My beloved child, listen carefully. I don't want you to miss this divine moment, not even by a heartbeat. Archangel Michael has been reaching for your spirit, not just today, but repeatedly throughout this week. Something is about to enter your home tonight, and it's not by accident. This night carries weight, it is far from ordinary. I'll say it again, this night is different. What's unfolding has been part of a heavenly sequence, set in motion years ago. Yes, for years, heaven has been arranging this. There's a sacred shift stirring in the spiritual atmosphere of your home, as you read these words. Angels are not still, they are in motion, surrounding you, whispering heaven's secrets into the space around you. They are aligning what must be aligned. A breakthrough is near. But hear this, only if you stay present in this moment. This message was not randomly placed before you, it arrived with divine approval, because heaven has authorized your miracle to begin tonight. Someone is approaching your life this evening. They are carrying something in their heart, that is the key to a door you've long been knocking on in prayer. I, the Lord your God, dispatched Archangel Michael, to make sure you don't overlook this sacred opening. There's a battle on your behalf, not visible on earth, but real and intense in the spirit realm. Every moment matters. That's why Michael is urging you. He doesn't often plead, but just moments ago he whispered into your spirit, praying you'd sense him. Did your heart race unexpectedly? Did warmth spread through your chest? That wasn't fear, it was your spirit catching a glimpse of the holy. This isn't fear-based, this is a loving alert from heaven. Your blessing has been packed and assigned. Your breakthrough is fully prepared. The name of the person heading toward your life, it's already written in the divine book of miracles. And tonight, they may call, they may message, or arrive in a way you weren't anticipating. If you treat this lightly, or scroll past it, you risk delaying something meant for this very hour. Let me ask from the depths of compassion, how long will pain continue to lead your decisions? How long will you wear a mask of strength, while quietly breaking inside where no one sees? I see it, heaven sees it. You've whispered to me in the dark, asking for one unmistakable sign. You even said, God, if you're truly real, please send something tonight. And now here it is. This isn't fiction, this isn't a performance, this is a divine interruption. You're not imagining things, that dream you had last night, where someone was at your door, it wasn't meaningless. You've been in preparation. Archangel Michael, sword drawn and spirit sharp, is at your door, guarding this sacred arrival. If you feel this message in your chest, pause, breathe. You're not imagining it, you're being divinely directed. Subscribe to this light, not because of a person, but because heaven is still speaking through it. More is coming. Love letter, there's a spiritual window opening inside your home tonight, not one made of glass, but one made of spirit. Something you gave up on, is finding new life. That person you assumed forgot you, they haven't. In fact, all day they've been stirred, unsettled, and they don't know why, but I do. I've been gently turning their heart back toward you. You'll notice a sign soon. It won't be loud, it might be a sound, a whisper, an urge to glance outside, or a nudge to check your phone. Don't ignore it. Your enemies, they'll be baffled. Those who try to block you, they'll witness your breakthrough bloom, right where they hoped you'd fall. Someone from your past, someone you haven't heard from in years, will suddenly speak your name. Why? Because your name is being spoken in unseen places. You've been skipped, overlooked, misunderstood, but heaven has not missed you. Tonight, someone who's always loved you in silence, is waking up. They assumed you would never care. But I, the Lord, have reached into their soul. A memory of something you once said, a simple word, a moment they never forgot, is rising now. And they won't come empty-handed. They'll arrive carrying something sacred, something that was always meant for you. They won't be driven by guilt or pride, but by emotion they've kept locked away. Understand this, what's happening is about more than love. It's about calling. This connection was etched into your life, before your first breath. And now it's arriving, not tomorrow, not someday, but now, into your house, into your atmosphere, because heaven has given the green light and Archangel Michael has stood watch with unwavering devotion. He's battled forces you'll never see, intercepted threats you'll never feel, and he's still with you right now. He's not just near, he's standing behind this message. He's ensuring nothing distracts or deceives you tonight. This is your appointed time. This is the shift. The very air in your room will feel transformed by morning. The stillness will carry a presence. Your name will feel kissed by the divine. Child, you've been weary, you've been wearing strength like armor, holding up those around you, while privately wrestling with unseen weight. But heaven has been holding you up too. You didn't find this message by mistake, you found it because the veil is thinning, and what was once hidden, is now moving in your direction, with divine speed. The person arriving carries more than affection, they hold a truth no one else knows. They've kept it quiet, dreamed it, written it in their mind 1,000 times, afraid to speak it. But I, the Lord your God, have lifted that fear from them. When they speak, your soul will know. Your body will respond with stillness. Your mind will go quiet. You'll feel warmth from within. You'll say, "This is what I've been waiting for." This is not a dream, it's the answer. I sent this message ahead, so that you wouldn't miss the fulfillment you've long prayed for. Without it, you might have doubted, you might have closed the door. But not this time. This time, your spirit will recognize. You'll hear the whisper. You'll follow the pull. And you'll believe it. Because Archangel Michael didn't just deliver this word, he stands behind it. He stands beside you. He's guarding this night, with a sword that no force can stand against. And this time, the silence in your room will feel sacred. This time, your heart won't feel heavy, it'll feel like it's being held by heaven itself. And as you sit there, in the quiet of your room, or in the middle of your noisy day, I want you to let this truth reach deep into your spirit. Your story is not ending, it is being rewritten. Those chapters you thought were over, those silent pages marked with pain, confusion, and stillness, are being revised by the very hands of heaven. What once felt like delay, will now be revealed as preparation. The pieces that didn't seem to fit, are about to fall into place. I haven't been punishing you, child, I've been protecting you. Every pause, every detour, every no, it was heaven's mercy dressed as silence. The doors that shut weren't rejection, they were redirection. Because what was on the other side would have drained you, not healed you. And now you're standing on the edge of revealing. Everything you thought you lost is about to return, not in the form you expected, but in the form that will bless you. Tonight, I will show you that I never left, I didn't turn away. I saw every time your chest grew heavy, with unspoken emotions. I heard the cries muffled by your pillow. I watched you stay silent, so others wouldn't feel your weight. You called it loneliness, but I called it preparation. While you were breaking down, I was speaking your name into the ears of someone who's been assigned to carry a piece of your restoration. While you were doubting, I was building. I've given visions, I've stirred dreams, I've whispered your name, in meetings you never knew happened. And now, child, what I planted in secret is about to bloom in the middle of your house. There will be a sound tonight. It won't be loud, but it will be sacred. Maybe a knock, maybe a phone buzz, maybe just a pull so strong, it urges you to stand and check the door, or check your phone again. Don't brush it off. That moment will carry the weight of heaven. That's when you'll know, Archangel Michael was not just speaking, you'll know he was guarding. That's when it will hit you, that this message was never just content. It was a countdown to a divine encounter. Heaven rarely knocks twice, when your hour has come. And child, your hour has come. I know you're tired of hoping, I know you're afraid to believe again. But what's coming is not meant to break your heart, it's coming to help it beat again. I'm sending someone who has held your name, like a prayer in their silence. Someone who played strong, but felt your absence like a shadow. They didn't forget you, they just didn't know how to come back. And now I have removed that fear from them. They won't arrive with empty words, they'll arrive with truth. And it might tremble when spoken, it might hurt to hear, but it will set you free. Because you deserve peace, you deserve closure, you deserve alignment. Not the kind you force, but the kind heaven authorizes. And this is that moment. You'll feel it, not just in your mind, but in your body. A stillness will wrap around your chest. Your thoughts will go quiet. Your hands will feel calm. That's your soul saying, this is what I waited for. That's how I speak when it's real. And that's why this message had to reach you first. Without it, you would have doubted the moment, you would have walked away too soon. But not this time. This time, you'll recognize the divine in the ordinary. You'll trust the peace. You'll step forward, without needing to know every answer, because you'll feel that heaven already walked ahead of you. Michael didn't just bring this message, he's anchoring it with his presence. His sword has cleared the path. No confusion will block you now. The light in your room tonight will feel warmer. The silence will hum with something holy. The smallest things, the flicker of a shadow, the softness in the air, the sudden desire to cry without reason, will all be signs. I am there, I am moving, I am closer than your breath. And I want you to know, that even when you felt like giving up, I never gave up on you. This moment is not here to tease you, it's not a glimpse, it's a shift, a release, a divine answer to the long ache you've been carrying in secret. There's someone who once doubted your worth, and now they can't stop thinking about you. There's someone who thought they moved on, but their spirit keeps circling back to you, like a tide that refuses to recede. That's not obsession, it's alignment. It's a spiritual pull that has no logic, but carries purpose. I am softening their heart, loosening their pride, awakening emotions they buried. Because what is written in heaven must be fulfilled on earth. And child, what's written includes your name. It includes your healing, it includes the embrace you've longed for, it includes the truth that someone still sees you, someone still chooses you. You won't have to chase this, you won't have to beg for it. When it arrives, it will feel like grace. It will feel like coming home. Because love that is sent by heaven never forces itself. It flows, it comforts, it restores. And Michael, he's not just delivering love, he's guarding the restoration. He's guarding your peace. That's why you felt moments of stillness today, moments where everything seemed to pause for no reason. That's not your imagination, that's the divine pressing pause on chaos, to make room for clarity. Tonight will not end like the others. The way you fall asleep will be different. You'll feel safe, you'll feel seen. And something in your soul will exhale. Because even if nothing is said out loud, your spirit will already know something has shifted. Don't second guess it, don't analyze it to death. Just receive it. You asked me to show you, you begged me for a moment you couldn't deny. And here it is. This moment, these words, this presence you feel, it's all confirmation. Not from man, from me. You are not behind, you're right on time. You are not invisible, you are chosen. You are not too broken, you are ready. Ready for a love that doesn't leave, ready for healing that doesn't reopen old wounds, ready for peace that doesn't depend on people. And when that moment arrives, and your heart recognizes it, pause. Don't let fear convince you, it's too good to be true. It's not, it's what was always meant to find you. Heaven waited for you to be ready, and now you are. So open your hands, open your heart. And receive what I've been preparing, since the day you first cried out for more. And now, as this night unfolds, I want you to breathe in this truth: nothing can stop what I, the Lord your God, have already set in motion for you. No delay, no rejection, no past mistake, no silent fear, can cancel the blessing that is on its way to your house. It's already been released, it's already moving, it's already written into the scrolls of heaven. And Archangel Michael, with his sword of fire, is ensuring it reaches you, untouched, unblocked, and undeniable. You don't need to fight for it, you don't have to chase it. You simply need to be ready to receive it. This person, the one I've been speaking to you about, they are being pulled by something beyond logic. All day they've carried a strange weight in their chest, a pressure, an urgency. They don't fully understand what it is, but you will, because I've been whispering into both your spirits, synchronizing your thoughts in two separate places, using different voices, different signs, but all leading to one divine moment. And I know what's crossing your mind now: what if I'm wrong, what if I'm just imagining this, what if I open up again, only to be let down? That isn't your spirit speaking, child, that is old pain trying to echo into your future. But that echo is fading. Because tonight, I am placing my hands on the part of your soul that stopped believing. The part that went quiet, the part that hoped in silence, but braced for disappointment. I am healing the wound that made you second-guess your worth. I'm touching your memory, your nervous system, your fragile hope. I am calming every piece of you that's been living in survival mode. You are not meant to survive anymore, you are about to live again, fully, freely, with joy that doesn't ask for permission. You will smile tonight, and feel it, not just on your face, but in your soul. And that smile won't be forced, it will rise naturally, like sunlight returning after a long night. Everything in your spirit is being realigned. Even as you read this, something in you is loosening. A pressure is lifting. Your chest feels lighter, because heaven is literally removing burdens you didn't realize you were carrying. You thought you had to hold it all together, but I've been holding you. You thought you had to act strong, but I've been your strength the whole time. Tonight a holy transaction is taking place. A divine exchange. You are releasing fear, and receiving peace. You are letting go of what no longer serves you, and stepping into what has been reserved for you. Your house is a miracle zone now. The air is different, because the presence of the divine has filled it. Archangel Michael has stationed warriors around your home. Even while you sleep, the spiritual realm is active, defending what's been promised to you. There is a name written in the book of your destiny, and that name is about to re-enter your life. It might happen quietly, a message, a glance, a sudden thought, a voice from the past that returns without warning. But you'll know. Your soul will confirm it. You'll feel a stillness, a calmness that says, "This is the moment I've been sensing." You don't need to figure out how it will happen, you just need to trust that it will. God says, "I am not the author of confusion, I am the God of clarity." And this person will bring clarity, not chaos. They will speak honestly, not to impress you, but to release what's been locked inside for far too long. They may not have all the right words, but their heart will speak louder than their lips. And your spirit will know, this is not by chance, this is a divine rerouting. The one who walked away, the one who chose silence over truth, they've been carrying regret. Not the shallow kind, but the kind that changes a person. They now see what they didn't before. They feel the weight of what was lost, and I have stirred their heart, not to make you weak again, but to bring a closure, a healing, and a possibility that only I can orchestrate. There's something sacred about what's happening tonight. Not everything needs to be spoken, some of it is meant to be felt. Some of it is meant to be recognized, in the quiet shifts around you. The lights might flicker, your heart might flutter, your mind might drift, to a memory you forgot you had. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. And child, don't let the noise of the world drown out what your soul already knows to be true. The angels are working in silence, moving through rooms, touching photos, stirring blankets, shifting the air itself, to prepare you for what's about to enter. That's why you've been feeling unsettled, not in fear, but in awareness. Something is near. You're not wrong to feel it, you're not crazy for believing in it. That's your discernment waking up. You asked for confirmation, and this is it. You asked for a word, and this is more than that, this is a spiritual instruction. Do not let the old voice of fear pull you backward. You've come too far, you've cried too much, you've healed too deeply, you've survived things that were meant to break you, and yet here you are, standing, reading, believing again. That's no small thing, that is a miracle all on its own. So now rest, not just your body, but your soul. Let it exhale, let it trust, let it feel the safety of heaven surrounding you. Even now, you are being wrapped in the light of divine protection. What's coming will not break you, it will complete you. What's arriving will not confuse you, it will confirm everything I've been saying to you, even when you doubted it. You won't need to force anything, you won't need to guess. When it comes, you'll just know. Because your spirit has been preparing for this, longer than your mind has. And child, what your spirit knows, your life will now begin to reflect. The door is open, the oil is flowing, the presence is here. And nothing can stop what I've released over your name tonight. And what you forgot you deserved, was never truly gone, only hidden, only waiting for the right time to reappear in your life, without the noise, without the resistance. This time it comes softly, but powerfully. And the moment it enters, you will know. Not in your mind, but in your spirit. You will feel the alignment, you will recognize it, not by its appearance, but by its energy. God says, this was never about earning love, it was about remembering that you were love all along. That's why you couldn't force certain things to stay, that's why you had to release what didn't know how to receive you. Because I was protecting your soul, from attaching to what was never going to feed it. God says, I saw how you tried, I saw how you kept holding space, for people who couldn't even hold your name with reverence. I watched you sacrifice parts of yourself, just to keep their presence in your life. But child, I had to intervene, I had to shake things. Because if I hadn't, you would have missed what I truly had for you. You would have clung to comfort, instead of walking toward calling. And now you're ready. The wounds are still healing, yes, but your spirit is open, your faith is activated, and that's all I need. You don't need a perfect plan right now, you don't need to have all the answers. All you need is to stay open. And as you open, I will pour. Pour clarity into your thoughts, pour wisdom into your words, pour gentleness into your interactions, pour discernment into your relationships. I will show you who is for you, not by making them speak louder, but by making their actions echo with truth. Some will disappear, not because they're bad, but because they were never meant to follow you into this next room. Let them go with grace. And Archangel Michael says, do not fear their silence. Do not chase what falls away, when the blessing comes closer. That is how I clear the path, that is how I make room for what's real. Every time someone walks away, a gate opens wider. And I, Michael, stand at that gate, not allowing anything in, that doesn't serve the higher purpose of your destiny. I don't just block darkness, I usher in the divine. I go before you, sword drawn, to tear down what dared to delay your joy. There is a room in the spirit that has your name on the door, you've never entered it before, but heaven has been preparing it for you, since the moment you said yes to growth. Inside this room is not just peace, it's strategy, it's divine timing, it's favor you couldn't have manufactured on your own. And you are about to walk into it, slowly, confidently, with angels surrounding you. You won't have to knock, the door will swing open, when your heart does. God says, I know the pace has been slow, I know you've questioned if anything is really changing. But faith doesn't always look like fireworks, sometimes it looks like not giving up, when you had every reason to. Sometimes it looks like whispering a prayer, even when your voice is shaking. I heard them all, I caught every tear, I sat beside you when you couldn't even feel me. And I was writing the next chapter, even while you were grieving the last one. You will receive clarity soon, not just a feeling, but a knowing. You'll stop asking was that a sign, because it will be undeniable. The doors I open won't creak, they'll swing wide with peace attached. You'll walk into a place that feels familiar, even if you've never been there before, because your soul already knows it. That's how you'll know it's from me, there will be no begging, no convincing, no manipulation, just flow. And Archangel Michael says, continue to protect your peace. Not everyone gets to go with you, not everyone deserves access to the energy you're cultivating. This season is about sacredness, about only allowing what resonates with your healed self. You are not the same person you were, when the pain began. You've grown too much to shrink again, you've cried too hard to settle now. The light is here, and I am stationed beside it. There will be a phone call that comes, not just to check on you, but to change something in you. It may start casual, but it will end divine. There will be a message that reads like prophecy, sent from someone who didn't even know why they were drawn to write it. But it will arrive, and it will land straight in your soul. There will be a moment, perhaps in the stillness of night, or the quiet of a morning, where you will feel an overwhelming sense of its happening. And you won't be wrong. God says, I never left, I just waited for your heart to quiet down, enough to hear me again. I've been speaking not just through signs and wonders, but through your own intuition. That gentle pull, that sudden pause, that deep knowing that made no sense logically. That was me, that was divine alignment beginning to move. And because you stayed faithful, because you stayed soft, I am accelerating what had been delayed. You're not going backwards, even if it feels like you're revisiting old memories or conversations, it's only because I'm showing you how far you've come. You're viewing them with new eyes now. You're not trying to fix what broke you anymore, you're just learning from it. That's growth, that's strength, that's why the next door will not require struggle, it will require surrender, and you're ready for that. Archangel Michael says, remain alert. The enemy wants to whisper fear into this transition, but your awareness is stronger now. Your boundaries are clearer, your discernment is sharper. You are no longer easy to deceive. The tactics that once worked on you will fall flat now. Because you know who walks with you, because you know who you are, and that knowing is your armor. God says, prepare for peace. Not just moments of it, but a lifestyle built on it. Prepare for consistency, prepare for love that stays, for answers that bring rest, for routines that feel sacred. This is not just breakthrough, it's recalibration. The life that once felt too heavy, will begin to feel light, not because it got easier, but because you became stronger. And the heaviness that once haunted your mornings will lose its voice. The days ahead will carry sacred interruptions, tiny moments where heaven kisses earth in your life. A random act of kindness, a door that opens just when you needed it, a sentence that lands like a healing balm. Don't dismiss them, these are the threads I am weaving, to form a bigger tapestry. Trust the small signs, trust the slow shifts, trust the timing. And above all, child, trust the love. The real, stable, deep love that's coming, whether in the form of a person, a calling, or a divine connection. It's not something you'll have to beg for or question. It will feel holy, it will feel safe, it will feel like home. Even the ones who turned away from you will feel the shift. They may not understand it, but they'll sense that something sacred surrounds you now. It's not arrogance they're feeling, it's anointing. A divine presence that no human can manufacture. You didn't ask for it, but it's been placed upon you, because of what you endured. You've carried pain silently, you've walked through seasons of confusion, without turning bitter. And now heaven is responding, not just with answers, but with reward. Archangel Michael says, you've walked through fire and didn't burn, because your calling was fireproof. He watched as the enemy tried to break you down, piece by piece, but each time your spirit was rebuilt stronger. You have been on the battlefield, not just of life, but of purpose, and the heavens have documented every moment of your faith. That is why the trumpet is sounding in the spirit, that is why angels are taking formation again, around your dwelling. Because something is being birthed tonight, a divine recompense, a spiritual unveiling. You are not forgotten, you are being revealed. And as that revealing unfolds, doors that refuse to open will now swing wide. Not because you forced them, but because your spirit finally aligned with the timing of heaven. Every delay was divine, every no was a not yet. And now the yes is coming with power. You'll know it when it arrives, because peace will wrap around you like a blanket. You won't have to chase it, it will find you. The blessing that's meant for you, knows your name, knows your address, and it's on the way. And no force of darkness, no tongue of jealousy, no old fear, will be able to block it. God says, I've been holding it for you, until your hands were ready. And now they are. I see how you've been emptying yourself of bitterness, how you've let go of revenge, how you've chosen peace, when war was easier. And for that, I'm placing something in your life, that war cannot steal. It's not temporary, it's eternal, it's not loud, it's holy, it won't be paraded, it will be protected, you won't have to explain it, it will explain you. There is a knowing rising in your soul right now, a sacred knowing that you are not who you used to be. You've outgrown the smallness others tried to contain you in. You've outlived the narrative they tried to write about you. You are walking proof that when I put favor on someone, no lie can stick, no weapon can prosper, and no shadow can hide the light. Archangel Michael says, stay alert now. The next few days are spiritually significant. You'll notice strange dreams, sudden thoughts, unexpected moments of stillness. Don't ignore them, they are divine signals. There are messages arriving in whispers, in symbols, in feelings that won't leave you. Trust your discernment, your intuition isn't wild, it's trained by heaven. And when the moment comes, when you feel that quiet nudge, to say yes, to forgive, to release, to walk away, to step forward, do it. Don't delay, don't let fear rob you again. You've been given clarity for a reason. You are being equipped to steward a new chapter, and hesitation is the only thing that can hold you back now. God says, I have set before you a table, not just of provision, but of revelation. The things that used to confuse you, will suddenly make sense. The people who walked away, will no longer hurt your heart. You will see purpose in the pain, and meaning in the silence. What once felt like rejection, will be seen as redirection, what once felt like loss, will now shine as liberation. You are not just recovering, you are rising. And this rise isn't temporary, it's sustained by heaven. The very ground beneath your feet is being blessed, the places you walk will carry favor, the words you speak will carry weight. You are not just being healed, you are being crowned. Archangel Michael is still standing guard, he hasn't left. His sword is drawn, he is fighting battles you can't see, silencing voices you'll never hear, and clearing paths you didn't know were blocked. Your only job now is to remain open, keep your spirit soft, keep your mind clear, keep your heart expectant. Because what comes next will change everything. And not just for a season, but for a lifetime. This is not just an answer to prayer, it's the fulfillment of a prophecy. You are stepping into a divine unfolding, that was written before your birth. Nothing can stop it, nothing can reverse it. The only thing left to do now, is receive it. So breathe, let go of control, let go of timelines, let go of how you thought it should happen. Because what's arriving doesn't need your perfection, it only needs your presence. Be still, be open, and watch how heaven moves, when faith makes room for it. The night may be quiet, but the spirit world is loud with movement. Something holy is breaking through, and child, it has your name on it. I receive it, not because I need to earn it, not because I have everything figured out, but because deep down I know, this is the moment my spirit was created for. I've waited quietly, prayed in silence, and held space, for something only heaven could bring. And now it's no longer a distant hope, it's becoming breath, sound, movement. Heaven is no longer just watching, it is participating. Archangel Michael is already ahead of you, clearing the spiritual debris, silencing the voices that once confused your heart, and marking the path that has been chosen just for you. You're going to feel it before you see it. That inner knowing, that peace that doesn't make sense. The sudden awareness that you're not alone, that your prayers weren't ignored, that even the nights you cried yourself to sleep, were being witnessed by angels, who kept record of every tear. And those tears, they weren't just pain, they were sacred seeds. And now the ground beneath your life is breaking open, to let them rise. Something is being restored in your spirit. That quiet joy you once knew, that simple trust, that beautiful inner stillness, that wasn't anxious for timing, or desperate for answers. It's coming back. And with it clarity. No more guessing, no more hoping someone sees your worth. You'll feel your worth radiate from within. Because heaven doesn't just love you, it reveres you. You are God's idea, wrapped in light, covered in purpose, and sealed with eternal value. You may feel like you're still in a waiting season, but the truth is things have already shifted. Heaven doesn't wait for man's calendar. God's movement is often quiet before it's obvious. That's why your spirit feels stirred, your heart feels open, your thoughts are beginning to move differently. You're not imagining it, the change has begun. And what used to confuse you, will soon confirm everything you suspected. That you were never forgotten, that everything had a divine reason, that you were protected, even when you didn't understand why something was delayed or denied. And child, you don't need to force anything anymore. This next part of your journey will not be built by striving, it will be built by alignment. Things will click, people will come, conversations will open. And the opportunities meant for you, will fit like keys sliding into place. That's how you'll know this is God, not chaos, not pressure, not confusion, but alignment. Archangel Michael says, you don't need to keep proving your heart, to those who choose not to understand it. Let them go without guilt. Some connections were assignments, not destinations. You've passed the test, you've learned the lesson. And now it's time to graduate, into something greater, something deeper, something true. And in this next chapter, you won't have to over-explain who you are, the right ones will just know. And there's someone right now, who is being awakened to your presence. They are thinking of you differently. Their soul is remembering something holy. They may not even fully understand why you've suddenly entered their thoughts with such clarity, but I do. God says, I placed you there, I reactivated what had been buried, I whispered your name in their sleep. And I will continue to whisper, until they move. Not in fear, not in shame, but in courage. Because love is returning to its source, and truth is making its way back to your life. You've carried silence for so long, waiting for someone to say what your heart needed to hear. But now those words are forming, those feelings are maturing. And what you thought would never be spoken, will be spoken aloud. Not just with words, but with actions, with presence, with commitment. And it will feel nothing like the past, it will feel safe, honest, anchored. So hold steady, let the divine timing unfold. You're not behind, you're not late, you're being positioned perfectly. And every delay you've experienced, has been heaven's way of hiding you, for such a time as this. To protect your gift, to refine your soul, to make sure when you do step into what's next, you don't question whether it's yours. You'll know it is, because nothing forced can match what flows, and this next part, it's all going to flow. And when you wake tomorrow, something will feel different. Your heart will be lighter, your breath deeper. The shadows you once felt trailing behind you, will feel like they've been cleared. Because they have, overnight heaven will have done what only heaven can do, reset the atmosphere, recalibrate your spirit, and redirect the energy surrounding your life. So don't be surprised, when unexpected messages come. When people from your past appear, not to confuse, but to confirm. Some will apologize, others will confess, and a few will simply acknowledge what they once overlooked. Let each one come, don't rush, don't push, just stay in alignment, because God is orchestrating everything, with perfect precision. And if your soul still needs one more sign, one more whisper, let this be it. You were never asking for too much, you were just asking the wrong ones. And now the right ones are coming. The ones who pray before they speak, the ones who see your spirit, before they judge your story, the ones who bring peace into the room, and not tension. The ones who stay, not out of obligation, but because their soul recognizes home in you. Archangel Michael says, don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Your brightness was never meant to be hidden. You were born to illuminate paths, to soften the hardest hearts, to guide those who've lost their way. That's why your presence feels like peace to others, that's why strangers open up to you, that's why people feel safe around you, even when they don't fully know you. It's your spirit, it's been chosen, it's been touched by the divine. And now it's your time, to step fully into that truth. No more shrinking, no more second guessing. The old version of you has served its purpose. The one who stayed silent to avoid conflict, the one who gave endlessly and received little, the one who stayed loyal to what was breaking them. That version of you is being laid to rest, with love and gratitude. Because who you are becoming, needs space to breathe, to move, to rise. And you will rise, not in arrogance, but in authority. The quiet kind, the peaceful kind, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Your presence will speak for itself, your life will become the evidence, your healing will become the testimony. And as this message moves through you, take one moment, just one, and breathe it in deeply. Because heaven isn't just around you, it is within you now. The shift has already begun, and everything from this point forward, will be guided by that inner light you carry. And when you open your eyes, there will be no doubt left. What you once feared is now behind you. The waiting, the wondering, the wait, it wasn't for nothing. It shaped you, it refined you, it made space within you for something greater. And now that space is about to be filled. The silence you've endured wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. The stillness wasn't punishment, it was strategy. And what's coming now will make sense of every unanswered prayer, every delayed door, every night you cried alone. Heaven doesn't move by human timelines, it moves by divine readiness. And child, you are ready. That's why the atmosphere around you feels different, that's why your heart has been restless, your spirit alert. You weren't imagining it, your angels have been active, Archangel Michael has been sweeping the path before you, clearing away even the smallest thorn, so you can walk into this next season, without stumbling. You are about to encounter something sacred, something you didn't even have the words to ask for, because your soul knew, what your mind could not yet comprehend. You are about to touch the proof, that God never forgot you. This is not the season for maybes, this is the season for yes. Yes to healing, yes to clarity, yes to restoration, yes to a blessing with your name carved into it, before you were even born. And while the world around you rushes, heaven whispers, slow down. Don't rush past this moment, don't miss the miracle, just because it comes in a quiet way. Don't overlook the significance, just because it doesn't scream. Peace is louder than chaos, when you learn how to listen. That's what God is teaching you now, how to hear without noise, how to see without fear, how to walk without hesitation. Archangel Michael says, do not worry about the how, do not fear the details. What is written for you has already been assigned. What belongs to you cannot be stolen, cannot be lost, cannot be ruined. You are protected by forces you do not see, you are carried by love that does not leave. And in this very hour, a holy shift is being finalized, in your favor. The person who once hurt you, they no longer have access. The door that once closed, it's about to open, without you knocking. The wound that once defined you, it's healing now into wisdom. You're not the same person who was abandoned, you're not the same soul who once begged for crumbs. You are a royal child of the Most High, and your inheritance is being unlocked. Feel this moment, don't rush it. You're not behind, you're right on time. Divine time. And even now the angels rejoice, because you stayed the course. You stayed faithful, you listened when others mocked, you hoped when others laughed. And you're about to see what all of it was for. You're about to receive more than you dared to ask, not because you earned it, but because you were always loved. God says, this is your restoration hour. What the enemy thought he stole, I am returning. What was broken is being rebuilt, what was hidden is being revealed. And you won't have to chase it, you won't have to perform, just be still, and let the wave reach you. It's already coming, in fact, it's already here. Tonight heaven is closer than breath, your angels are not distant, they're surrounding you. This isn't imagination, this is encounter. The signs you've been seeing, they weren't coincidences, they were confirmations. The chills, the repeating numbers, the dreams that felt too vivid to be random, yes, all of it was real. You weren't being overly sensitive, you were being spiritually awakened. Archangel Michael says, I will not leave your side, until the door has opened, and you have walked through. I will keep standing at the threshold, until you no longer question your worth. Until you see with your own eyes, the glory that's been waiting to meet you. I will fight what you cannot see, and protect what you cannot defend. And I will keep speaking to you, until your soul believes, what your spirit already knows, you are destined for more. So rest now, not because you're giving up, but because you're finally safe. You're finally home, in the presence of divine love. This message is not just a letter, it's a landmark. A spiritual marking of a moment, you will look back on and say, that was the night everything changed. So let the tears fall, let your shoulders relax, let your guard drop. You're not in danger anymore, you're in transition. From waiting to walking, from hoping to having, from praying to praising. This is your crossing over moment, and nothing will ever be the same again. Tonight your room is sacred, your spirit is aligned, your destiny is activated. And your miracle, it's just a breath away. So breathe, child, breathe deeply. This is holy ground now, and you are no longer alone, God is here, Archangel Michael is here, and the future you once feared, it's already turning in your favor. Amen.